played a long time at many levels. Did you ever catch a ball, head to the end zone, and decide that before you got into the end zone, you were going to drop the ball because you're already in the end zone, and either it was a touchback, y'all did. Did you ever do that? You run down the field like Corley did?
No.
Never once. Like high school, college, NFL.
No.
Backyard football.
Everywhere I've been taught is run through the line.
Okay.
Like accelerate through the line, through the goal line.
How does that happen?
Guys are idiots.
All right, guys. Welcome to episode of Fully Loaded here. My buddy Chris Carter. How you doing, brother?
What's good, man?
Everything's good. How about you?
Good, good. I have to apologize. My voice is not at its apex. Yelling at kids last night, college football, but I'm working through it.
At its apex.
Yeah, it's not at its best.
I understand what you're saying. I
got a hell of a voice. You know what I'm saying?
You
so
do.
I don't rely on my face. I rely on my voice.
You do. That's a good move on your part.
Let's go.
You was yelling at them. They were making you yell. Were they making you yell?
They forced it out of me.
You didn't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
But you had no choice.
No. I wake up in the morning. I want to be a peaceful person.
That'll happen. Well, hey, I want to start with the Jets somehow. Well, actually, we'll talk about that. Jets beat Houston. A couple things I want to talk about. CJ Stroud talked about the fact that they need to stop pointing fingers. They need to buy into the system. When he's talking about that openly, obviously that's an issue. Like, what is he trying to accomplish when he's doing that with the media? What is he trying to do for his team? Obviously, he's trying to do something positive, I would assume.
You know, he's an extension of the coaching staff. So he's also relying the message because as a quarterback, as the face of the franchise, you know, as a leader, sometimes you have to say the tough things. And he probably knows there's always guys making suggestions, oh, this guy should be playing, or the role that they're playing, they're not playing it the right way. Players always think they have better calls than the coaches as far as plays. So he's level setting as far as the organization, the coaching staff. This is what we need to do. And a lot of that, too, he said, starts with him. So
yeah, he did.
They're missing some people. They got to improve on the offensive line. I think they're last in the league as far as internal pressure between the center and the two guards. Like, CJ got hit too much in the game to be effective.
Yeah.
You could see in the first game without Stephon Diggs, you're going to miss him.
Yeah.
Because he is a playmaker,
yeah.
And they're going to get Nico Collins back after a hamstring, missing several weeks later in the year, which is their number one guy. But before the trade deadline, wouldn't be surprised if they made a move, not only at receiver, but internally offensive line.
Well, Nico Collins is leading the league in, like, yards, right? Before he's out.
Yes.
So how hard – I mean, you were the guy. How do you build your offense? I mean, CJ Stroud drops back, throw the ball up. Nico Collins runs and gets it. Life is good.
No, I mean, they have a great system, but you can't lose two number ones.
Correct.
You know, Stephon Diggs is a number one receiver out, tearing up his knee, and Collins having the hamstring injury, which they put him on injured reserve. So I think he has 2 more weeks before he can come back. So there's only so many good plays when you lose players like that. On the road, short week to New York in a desperation. New York's got to win the game.
Yeah, and Rodgers drops back, throws a ball up that Wilson goes and gets one-handed, stays inbounds in the end zone, scores a touchdown. Was that a good ball he threw?
Well, he gave him a chance. It was 3rd and 19. I listened to Aaron in the press conference, and he talked about if the safety was in the middle of the field, that he was going to give Garrett a chance on the long ball. They got the coverage they wanted. Aaron had the free safety in the middle of the field. And Garrett, this is what he's been doing since his freshman year at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Unbelievable talent, has had subpar quarterback play, which in turn the last 2 years he's had over 1,000 yards with bad quarterbacks. So now with Adams on the other side, you're going to see him get great matchups week in and week out. And this is the type of talent that he has.
It was an unbelievable play.
At one point in his career, he will be a top 5 receiver in the NFL.
In the NFL?
Yes, he will.
Got it.
At some point in his career.
Hard to do with subpar quarterback play. Can't throw the ball to yourself.
Yeah, you can see what he had a one-handed touchdown earlier in the game. You know, that's what he's able to do. Going to keep developing as a route runner. They have Shawn Jefferson in New York, the Jets, one of the best wide receiver coaches, former NFL wide receiver. So, yes, he's going to continue to develop. But New York Jets fans, they should be cheering. They saved their season.
Did they save their season? Are they still in some kind of hunt for anything?
But they were flatlining.
Okay.
I mean, and they had run out of excuses.
Yeah.
Okay, we fired a coach.
Yeah.
All right. Promoted from within.
Yeah.
Took the offensive coordinator. Put him upstairs. You can't call plays no more.
Correct.
I know that's what you do, but you're not going to be able to do that.
Got Adams.
Still come to work.
Yeah.
Made a couple trades.
Yeah.
Have Hassan Reddick back from his holdout, the defensive end, which he is going to make a difference. And in the AFC, the teams are bundled up. Now, we know Buffalo has a ginormous lead in the AFC East, but as far as a wild card, they are still the doctors were getting ready to call the people, the council,
but they didn't.
But then beat. They got a heartbeat. When Devontae Adams comes back in, he gets one-on-one coverage, makes the fade route, scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
They beat them. Yes, they have a pulse.
Does anybody in the East, aside from the Bills, obviously have a chance to actually legitimately make the playoffs? Any of those teams legitimately got a shot?
In the
Dolphins,
AFC
Pats,
East?
Jets.
Nobody.
So they're done. They're just playing for fun. They ain't gonna play. They ain't gonna make the playoffs. None of those teams got a shot to make a run.
With Gerard Mayo, let's be careful there, and Derek May. They're rebuilding New England. Yeah. Belichick's gone. Brady's gone. They're rebuilding. Rookie quarterback, totally rebuilding. The Dolphins, they don't know if they're rebuilding. Guess what they're doing every game? Holding their breath.
And losing.
No. Is the quarterback going to get hurt? Because there's a difference in winning and losing.
Okay.
But you could see the fan applauding. You were at the game last week.
Yeah, I was.
When Tua slid, they were applauding.
I did myself. I don't want to get hurt. So he went down.
So what other NFL team is the fan base every game? I mean, this game's hard enough.
Correct.
There are even players on Buffalo that were saying the last time he got hurt, I think it was Dawkins, the offensive lineman, he was saying they were yelling for him to get down.
Correct. Yeah, team.
So to me, it's not what we're wishing on, but in this game, it's like getting into several car crashes. And eventually, I don't think this is going to have a good result.
Correct.
The game is too dangerous, and this is his final straw, right? I mean,
I would assume.
And he's not wearing a Guardian helmet.
No.
Yeah, so the Dolphins are holding their breath, slightly rebuilding.
What do you think they do if he plays the season out? He stays healthy where he continues to play.
Oh, they're going to let him keep playing. Because if he stays healthy, he's passed all the medical.
But you're still going to have everybody that plays with him and everybody watching the game going one more time he gets hit in the head.
The further you get separated from those concussions, the better off you are.
Got it.
Even from a medical standpoint, from a perception standpoint, I know from a family standpoint, and now with him supposedly had 3-4 concussions since he's been in the league, the next one, I believe, will be it.
Do the Dolphins go find a legitimate guy to back him up who could actually play if he's out in that system? They don't.
No.
Why not?
Because if you're a guy and you can go anywhere and play, first of all, forget who the backup quarterbacks are. Okay. They have a system that is not fit to be a backup. Because the reason why you're a backup is because either arm strength, inconsistency, height, a lot of variables. Not reading defenses. That system they run in Miami is built for a guy that has elite arm talent and elite anticipation.
So it's only a legitimate QB1 could play in that system.
Yes.
So you put yourself in that position where if your guy's out, a backup can't run that system.
Backups are very, very hard to come by. If you see the elite quarterback, Kansas City's offense will not look the same if Patrick Mahomes gets hurt.
100% no.
All right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to have a backup, but the style they run fits Tua's ability to a T that there will be a drop-off significantly just like other teams. And I believe because of the system they run, it's even that measure is even greater than other teams.
Got it.
The gap between the starter and the backup.
Okay. Staying in the East, but it's more of a Jets thing. You played a long time at many levels. Did you ever catch a ball, head to the end zone, and decide that before you got into the end zone, you were going to drop the ball because you're already in the end zone, and either it was a touchback, y'all did you ever do that at any level? You run down the field like Corley did? Like, I got the ball, I'm going.
No.
Never once. Like high school, college, NFL.
No.
Backyard football.
Everywhere I've been taught is run through the line.
Okay.
Like accelerate through the line, through the goal line.
How does that happen?
Guys are idiots. They get so caught up in themselves that they get ahead of the play. Because when you watch a video of a game or a play, the player's mind is like a video too. And the better the player is, the more frames ahead of the actual frame he can play in.
So wait a minute, the better the player, the slower the game. He's so far ahead mentally that he sees it before everybody else sees it.
Yes.
Okay.
So all athletes have a sense of framing, and some of them, most of them, especially at the elite level, are ahead of the frame.
Okay.
And if you look at all the touchdowns where they've dropped the ball, all of them thought that, like, when their front foot hit the goal line, that they were past the goal line. And their they were ahead of the play. Because all of them dropped it like at the same spot. All the way back to Shawn Jackson. I went back and looked at a whole bunch of tapes of them.
Okay.
And all of them, now, you've probably been in situations, not on the football field, where you got a little excited and couldn't control yourself. But
I have. That is a true statement.
Okay.
That
but
I have.
Keep playing. Run through the line. It's just like Little League. Now, the guy for the Jets, now, he had only touched the ball 2 times in his NFL career.
Wouldn't he be more apt to run that motherfucker through the back of the end zone, down the damn tunnel, hold on to the ball like a baby, not let that thing go? Because you don't ever get there.
Yeah. My first touchdown, first time I touched the ball in the NFL game, I scored a touchdown.
Okay.
So excited. Jumped up, went to spike the ball between my legs, and oh, shit, that's my first one. Where's it at? Where's it at?
You won the ball.
Yeah, where's it at?
But you held on to it.
So there is no excuse for a guy. And every year we seem like we have one guy.
One idiot. Because it's an idiot play. It's idiotic.
You've never scored in an NFL game before.
Correct.
I mean, and if they lose the game, he might be out of a job on Monday.
Because it was so stupid.
Yes.
Because it's just guys in the locker room looking at you like, you gotta be
when you're
kidding
at the
me.
bottom of the totem pole, sometimes coaches come in and make an example of you. They'll have 2 or 3 guys trying out when you're out there going through walkthrough and going to lunch. You'll be like, hey, man, this guy used to play in the NFL. Yo, that dude played my position. Hey, dude play my position. Oh, bring your playbook, bring your computer, talk to the coach.
Sometimes you got to shoot a hostage. You got to send a message.
In front of people.
In front of a lot of people, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I want to stay with quarterback play because you talk a lot about how hard it is to find a legitimate quarterback, and there's only so many. They don't come and go as line. I mean, like, there's only so many. Now, kid at the Colts, is it Richardson?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is he losing his job? Did he lose his job? Is he getting benched?
Yes.
Flacco.
Yes.
So how old is Joe Flacco? How old is Joe Flacco? You have any idea how old Joe Flacco is? Andrew, Google how old Joe Flacco is.
Yes. He's getting benched for a combination of things.
Why is he getting benched?
Not only
39 years old, Joe Flacco.
Not only his poor play, completing only 50% of his passes, inconsistent, bad reads, lack of leadership, tapping out of the game.
What do you mean tapping out of the game?
He was in last week's game.
Okay.
And after a big scramble, he got up off the ground and like an NBA player run up and down the court, he tapped on his helmet.
Like I want out?
Yes.
Like come get me, please.
And then if that wasn't egregious enough,
Damn.
after the game, he comes to the press conference. First thing he said, they asked him, you came out of the game, were you injured? He said, no, I'm not going to lie. I was tired, man.
They don't do that in the NFL. Y'all don't do that in the NFL, bro.
I was tired.
NBA, not a quarterback.
I was tired. Not even self-aware, smart enough to lie.
Yeah.
Like I have told many lies
Lie
in a press conference to protect my teammates, protect the coach, and protect the story. Lie.
He wasn't smart to lie?
It's okay. It's like
give me an example. Give me an example without somebody. Give me an example of something.
When my kids were younger,
okay,
and when we used to be in public, I told them they were allowed to tell one lie, and that is if someone comes up to you and asks you, "Are you Cris Carter's kids?" You could look right at them and be like, "No, ma'am. No, sir."
No problem. Just no.
My daughter loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, my son was big. Yeah, that's my dad. But my daughter would be like, "No, ma'am."
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why'd your daughter like that?
I think because she was such really an honest person.
Yeah.
That the ability
She
to be
was
able
like,
to do something,
yeah.
that freebie, she was going to use it all the time. Yeah.
So, Flacco, 39 years of age.
Super Bowl champ now.
Yeah, totally get it.
Stud.
100%.
Great leader. And also, we're only as good as our recent performance.
Correct.
Was brilliant last year, subbing
No
for
doubt.
Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. Got them into the playoffs.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. Are quarterbacks going to play longer now because of the rules that protect them more? Are we going to see guys play? We thought Brady. How old was Brady when he retired?
43?
Yeah, we thought he was an
42?
anomaly, which he was an anomaly in many ways. But are guys going to play longer at the quarterback position because they're not getting beaten up as much? They're not getting hit as much?
Drew Brees ended up getting banged around.
Yeah.
And their team wasn't as good. That's why he quit. Peyton Manning had the neck, had the nerves, couldn't throw, lost his fastball.
But if the rules were the way they are today.
It's the rules and the bread, man.
It's the rules and the money.
Yes.
So they're going to keep going.
Yes.
Because the money's so stupid.
And what other platform they going to have going to be bigger than this?
Nothing.
Tom Brady going to make $300 million at Fox over the next 10 years being a broadcaster. It's nothing like being a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Correct. Never.
Never.
Can't even begin to measure up.
No. And it's hard to stop that applause. Like it's hard to stop something you have done well for a long time that brings a lot of self-gratification.
Plus, that's where you got the majority of your self-gratification in your life, is from that thing.
And part of the legacy is how long you can stay in your prime and how long you can play. Like, if I don't have that type of length, I didn't make the Pro Bowl till my 8th year. If I don't play 16 years, I'm not a Hall of Famer.
It's true.
So it becomes critical as far as your legacy, how you match up, how long did you do it? Not only the height level, how high did you get? How long did you maintain that height throughout your career?
I've heard you say to me, when you look back at tape of your last season, it was very eye-opening as far as how you were playing, right? For Cris Carter-esque. If you could do something different at the end of your career, would you have?
No.
No.
The Dolphins have paid me over $1 million to play 6 games. No, absolutely not.
They say, come play 6 games, here's $1 million.
I had already retired.
Okay.
The Dolphins in free agency, we had talked to each other. I was already living in Boca Raton.
You retired. I'm out. I'm done.
I retired.
Officially.
I had already been hired by HBO.
Okay.
HBO gave me a guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
Very, very happy with it. 3 years guaranteed. I had played 15 years.
Yeah.
I already had 100 and 29 touchdowns.
Okay. How old were you at the time?
37.
Got it. Okay.
But I had retired in, like in March. So the first thing I did when I retired, when we had the contract signed with HBO, called the Dolphins, we're going to retire simultaneously. Man, I went to Wendy's, man, and ordered a triple, man, with everything on it, bro. I weighed myself,
Yeah.
made the phone calls, and went to Wendy's, ordered me a triple, everything on it.
It's on. Now I can get what I want, eat
Yes.
what I want, do what I want.
I've been sacrificing. I've been doing all this stuff, blood testing, checking my poop. Is it floating? Is it runny? Is it, are my vegetables processed? All this stuff.
Yeah.
It's over with.
Now you can be like everybody else. Go to Wendy's.
Right. Playing a lot of basketball, playing a lot of golf, hanging out.
Yeah.
Start the season in September. The Dolphins are off to a great start. I think they're 5-1. They play a Monday night game in Denver. They lose 2 receivers.
Okay.
So even though they lose the game, they're 5-2. Best record in the NFL. Ricky Williams.
Yeah, remember days. Yeah.
Rick Spielman, the general manager, calls me. Hey, Cris, how you doing? Hey, Rick, what's up? First thing I said was, I know you're not looking for a wide receiver. He was like, no, just calling, checking in on you and everything. He's an Ohio guy.
Okay.
I played college ball with his brother, Chris Spielman.
Okay. Yeah.
So he finally gets to it. Yeah, we had a couple guys we lost on Monday night wondering, would you have an interest? What type of shape you're in? I said, well, I'm not in bad shape, but, what are you looking at me to do? Looking for you to play, only a third down and in the red zone. I was like, with that team with Ricky Williams? Now, I was a little worried about the quarterback.
Okay. Who's quarterback at the time?
Jay Fiedler.
Got it.
And the backup was Ray Lucas. So not necessarily the type of arm talent that I was used to playing with.
Yeah.
And at this stage of my life, I needed as much
all the
help as
help I can
possible.
get. Yeah.
So no training camp, no off-season training, that whole regimen and all that stuff methodically we were doing for years. None of that. Still in decent shape. Thought I could do that. They had a bye week coming up. Then they were going to play Green Bay on Monday night. So we get to practice. They got Pat Surtain playing corner, Sam Madison, Wanstead's the coach, Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor. Man, we got a nice team. So I thought we had a real opportunity. First day of practice, we're out there one-on-one. Man, I catch one-handed in the back of the end zone. I think Sam Madison was guarding me. Coach Wanstead, the first couple of days of practice, he was telling me, man, I need to get your body rested up and everything. He was like, you're going to start against Green Bay.
And you're thinking you're just getting some third down, red zone.
I was like, bro, man, I talked to the general manager. We're supposed to be playing third down, red zone. That's my thing. Okay. No, you're going to be starting against Green Bay. So we're going to Green Bay, playing on a Monday night. I'm a Viking.
Yep.
No problem being motivated.
Yeah.
We run a slant on the first play, or the second play. The ball, when the way it was coming to me, it just wasn't as clear. It was like I was almost in a different body. And my hands were not as aggressive to the ball as I normally am. So as soon as the ball hit me, the ball went off my hands. And then the cornerback hit me on my kidney, my left kidney.
Okay.
And I was like, it's like his face mask had kind of scratched me. And I was like, wow, that's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
So it gets intercepted. So Chris Carter out of retirement, they throw him one. What does he do?
Yeah.
Not only drop it, tips it up, they intercept it, going the other way.
Tip drill, the other team, yeah.
Not a good start to a comeback, right?
Yeah.
So we get through the game. I don't play great. Didn't do anything it's kind of nondescript game. Find out 4 days later, my kidneys are only working 40%.
From the head.
Yes. So
Damn.
they rushed me to the hospital, basically telling me my career's over with. You can't play football anymore. I was like, I can't end that way.
Correct.
Like, I gotta go. Like, you gotta rest for like 6 weeks. I was like, man, it was like week 7 then.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I ended up coming back, playing the last couple games and everything. So when I tell the story about what my last tape looks like, most great players, like there is no exit strategy.
Correct.
There's no, ran right off into the sunset. Michael Strahan, yeah, that did happen. Ray Lewis, that did happen. But both of those guys in their last season, man, they were banged up.
Yeah.
They just happened to be on the right team, the right time. They caught fire, and then they went out. But that's not the way it normally happens in the NFL. No, you get knocked out. Young kids are too fast for you. Yeah, young kids are
at 21, 22,
too strong
years
for you.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you done made enough money. It's like, you know something? Your temperament's not the same. The conversation in the locker room. So that end video of almost everyone is consistent. It's not good, man. It's not good.
Quick question.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers has not thrown for 300 yards,
No,
I think, in 30-some games.
He looks terrible. It's hard to watch.
That's Aaron Wright calling
Aaron
right
Rodgers
now.
calling you right now. He's like, Cris, stop talking about me.
Yeah, he's looking for some ketamine or something.
He don't need none of that. Whatever he's doing, better do something different.
Leave it alone, boy.
Leave it alone.
It's better stuff.
All right, quick. So, staying with that, when you come back, you're Hall of Famer. You had an unbelievable career. You got a lot of these younger dudes you're playing against. Mm-hmm. Because I watch, that's what I love. I think I've always loved football and basketball because of how much shit people talk.
Yeah.
Baseball, I love it. I went to college for baseball. It was great, but it's just different. Matter of fact, it's just different on a lot of levels. And are guys talking, if it's a guy that doesn't have your credentials at that age, are they talking less shit to you than they do, or are they talking more shit to you because of I know who Cris Carter is. I know who he was. He's not who he was 15 years ago. I got it. Right. But is there, from a respect standpoint, how does that work in the NFL?
I think there's a respect for accomplishment, but now it's me and you.
Got it.
Like all that stuff really don't have nothing to do with what's getting ready to happen.
Correct. So they're drawing no matter what. Still talking shit, doing their thing.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes.
So to motivate.
I wouldn't call trash talking a motivator. I do believe that
it never motivated you.
If trash talking?
Yes.
No. Because if a guy's silent, I'm trying to kill him anyway. If he's talking a lot, I'm trying to kill him anyway. To you. Like, man, I don't discriminate. Like, you can get this however you want it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care. I really don't. Now, verbally, I do believe that mentally, the thoughts and the words I can put together give me an advantage on a guy.
Because of what you can say?
Yes.
Because it's something you were good at?
It's something I'm comfortable with.
Got it. And you knew who wasn't comfortable with it?
Well, we're getting ready to find out.
But you would find out?
Yeah.
And there were dudes you just knew you could get inside their head?
Well, based on what they say.
Like what? Give me an example.
Man, I ain't scared. Well, why you mentioning it? Why you mentioning it then? And you know that there's a scouting report. If you're a veteran, there's a scouting report out there about you. So I try to listen to what people are saying. If they're saying, oh, yeah, I had you covered on that one. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a long day, things like that. No problem. I respect that.
Yep.
Because I'm going to be right here. No problem.
Right, I ain't going nowhere.
No problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be a chess match. But if you're saying things to try to build up your own confidence, or you're trying to say things that the coaches have said to you, or you're out of character and you're not saying anything because the team told you to, like, I'd be like, they put you on probation today. You know, what you talking about? They told you not to say nothing to me. That's why you over here quiet. They put you in the corner. You in timeout. You ain't even no adult.
That'll work.
Oh, yeah.
That'll work.
You find out little information about them, but I do believe in the conversation. But I can do it either way. Like me and Deion, we play against each other. We're not talking.
Correct.
We're not saying to each other. We dap each other up before the game and after the game. Say a prayer afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it's out of respect. And if you don't have your laser focus, like they will embarrass you and dominate you. So, to me, talking doesn't help. It's who I am. Like, it's who I am. My wife tells me I talk in my sleep. Yes, no problem.
It's who you are anywhere you go.
I'm a communicator, and I do believe the longer you do it, the more you concentrate on it. Communication is a muscle. Mm-hmm. If you do curls, the muscle gets stronger.
Yeah.
So, and if you put it to the test, you take it to different levels, put it in different environments, different stages, and still see, it's still a muscle. Like, it will perform.
Got it.
But you got to have practice. So I need these people. I'm working on my material.
Well, we're going to get Deion. Yeah. Deion's coming on fully loaded. Did I tell you that? He's coming on.
You told me you were working on it.
It's done. He's coming on.
Yeah, good dude, man.
So I have no doubt about it. It'll be an unbelievable time.
Could be college football's coach of the year.
Really?
Yes. Look at their schedule, man. They could win. They could be in the Big 12 championship, which means an automatic bid into the college playoff.
Could they win the Big 12 championship?
Bro, if he wins the Big 12 championship, how is he not college football?
No, I'm saying, can they win the Big 12 championship?
Yes. They got 2 of the best 5 players in college football.
So
they might have the Heisman Trophy winner, and then they have the first quarterback going to be taken in the NFL. Come on, man. So let's stop playing, man.
Let's wrap up with that.
Just stop.
Deion said, so, first of all, who's going to win the Heisman? Who do you think is going to win the Heisman?
Travis Hunter.
Okay, got it. And he will.
Man, you've been to a college game.
Dude, I'm not saying he shouldn't. I think he should. I think Travis Hunter's the best player in college football. Period. End of story.
We have never seen anyone make the impact offensively and defensively. These other, Charles Woodson, great player, but he wasn't the offensive.
Well, he wasn't on correct. Offensively,
now,
right? Travis is.
I would say Travis is not the defensive player that he was.
Correct.
But he's an elite offensive player and an elite defensive player.
So what did Deion say about Shador? Why did he said if he's not in the running or should be in the running or is because he's my son? What did he say about his son and the Heisman Trophy?
He's the best quarterback. When is the best quarterback in college football not been in the Heisman Trophy?
So why is he not?
I don't know what they're looking at. I don't know if it can't be that they're on the same team, but like.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense. Is it because he's Deion's son?
Well, I would say that would have been the only negative in the kid's life. Everything because of Deion Sanders helped him out in a positive way. But I would say, and maybe, I don't know. I don't want to step there.
Because you don't know.
I mean, the dude has commercials. He's playing well. He's efficient. He's accurate.
Right. There's other quarterbacks in the same that are in contention that are not better than him.
I would say Oregon's quarterback, Dillon, is having a great season. He's in that Heisman conversation as far as top 5. Yeah. But I guarantee you, if Beck, the Georgia quarterback, if he was playing like Shador, he would be the leading quarterback, 100%. Leading candidate for the Heisman Trophy.
So you don't know why he's not?
Maybe they're taking votes from each other, but you can't rationalize that out in a discussion.
Correct.
Because they're on the same team where people vote for. That's happening. Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush. Yeah. They said that, man, they were taking votes from each other. They're on the same team, like the yin with the yang. But, man, Travis, man, that kid is spectacular.
What's he going to do next year? Why is he talking about how much money he wants to give? Like, does he have any chance to stay in college football next year?
No. Why would he stay in college football?
I have no idea. Aside from the fact that he might get paid a lot more when he starts than he does getting his rookie contract.
Well, the problem with staying in college is that you don't start your rookie deal. You don't start that clock on that 5-year contract. So if you stay in college, all you do is move that back to starting when he could be the first receiver to make 50, 55 million.
Okay.
I mean, they make 34 million. Travis, Jordan Jefferson.
Yeah.
He got the deal. He's the highest paid right now, 34 million. The highest paid, there's only 2 DBs, Pat Surtain and Ramsey with the Dolphins, that they make over 20 million.
Yeah.
They make 22 and 24 million.
Correct.
So there's 19 receivers, 20 receivers that make 19 million to 34 million. What position you playing, Rockhead?
Yeah, that's the money's easy to follow. Money's easy to follow, bro.
And over the course of a career.
Yeah.
So you have a 10-year career, and you can make 10 more million at the top of the food chain, he would be an idiot to tell anybody he wants to play anything but wide receiver.
Correct. Would an NFL team let him play some plays on defense?
Absolutely. They'd be foolish not to.
So they would, you're our wide receiver, you're our guy, but in certain situations, he would also play corner.
Man, when him walks through the door, you got to know it's him. I mean, goodness gracious, you got to know. You got to know.
Coach of the year. So the people that are telling
if I don't need a quarterback, he's the first player off the board. Period. If I don't need a quarterback,
he's your guy.
Period. Because there is not a guy coming through college football the next 15 years that's going to be able to do that for your organization.
Yeah.
And that smile. Man,
he's also just a good dude.
The kid went to Jackson State, man.
I know.
He risked his whole life, his whole livelihood, the wealth of his family to go to Jackson State because he believed in Deion.
It's a good bet.
These kids aren't doing this. To Bill sit under Deion, he will be paid hundreds of millions of dollars because of that decision. So people should watch that. Sometimes you better to sit, mature, and the opportunity as you work on your game, it will present itself. So, man, for a 12 o'clock game, you ready. People always talking about, man, I'm ready. You ain't ready. Like, get ready, man. Get ready. So when you do hit the spotlight, hit the stage, hit the track, man, you ready. And that's what he did. When he got to Colorado, he was ready. Lights, camera, action, Miss Jackson.
So what are they going to say? What are they going to say about Deion? He wins Coach of the Year. They always got something to say about him. Say he can't coach, can't do this, can't do that. He might be the Coach of the Year.
With the kids, when they score, they bye-bye.
And on that note, because I have nothing else to say, bye-bye. For the camera from Chris Carter, Shawn, Meaike, I appreciate you. I don't even know how to say it for that. After that, I'm just good. So like, subscribe, share. Please get this to somebody who needs to see it and watch it. Thank you for spending some time with us. We appreciate you.